What's going on, Stim Junkies? High Stim Ace here. Welcome to the 8th video in a series of nine videos going over the top lists of 2024. We already have 7 videos live right here on the channel. So if you guys missed them, if you haven't kept up with the channel in a couple of days, make sure to check those out. I'm going to pin the comment. I'm going to link it down below. You guys can watch those videos. A lot of crazy hitters on there, but the best is yet to come. Today, we are doing the 8th video here in the series. My voice is still not 100% recovered, but I'm going to do my best to get through it, guys. Today, we are discussing the top 7 brands of 2024. Yeah, guys, it is very, very difficult for High Stim Ace to narrow exactly the top brands of 2024 because let's be honest, we are in a day and age, a modern day and age where we are blessed to have so many incredible companies, and a lot of these companies have pre-workouts, fat burners, test boosters, proteins, amino acids, pretty much everything on the market, right? A lot of companies dabble in numerous different products, and a lot of them are really, really good. But I'm going to tell you right now, before you guys give me your opinions and spew potential hate, this here is based solely on my opinion and based on my experience. There are a lot of products from a lot of different brands I haven't gotten to try yet. I'm hoping 2025 is going to be a great year where I can branch out a little bit and try different types of products, maybe from brands that are lesser known, a little bit more obscure, or maybe some of the bigger brands that just never got back to me. But this here is my personal subjective opinion based on the products that I got to try in 2024. So without further ado, guys, let's roll that intro and let's get to it. So at number 7, we have Kilo Labs. And Kilo Labs, unfortunately, got hit pretty hard by the feds. They came after them and they sent them warning letters and whatnot, and they had to reformulate. They had no choice, guys. I know the owner, great guy, super friendly. He had to reformulate. He had to take the good 2-amino out of Supreme and Hybrid, both which were incredible products, and he had to reformulate them. So you got the new version of Hybrid, which I liked, gave it a positive review, and the Supreme was really good as well. They're kind of on the same level. I did give them the spot over on the previous video, but I like them a lot. They just released their Stim Thugga pre-workout as well, which I haven't tried yet. That one's supposed to be really good. The label looks crazy on that one. They also have their pump formula, which I really like, the Thickwid liquid glycerol, which also does have an infusion of citrulline malate. That one's really, really good, and it really gets you pumped up in the gym. But the main hitter from Kilo Labs this year comes in the form of the Hybrid Limited Edition, that purple tub that's right there behind me. This one hits so freaking hard, and I made the unpopular, controversial opinion that I actually like him more than the original version of Hybrid. Yeah, guys, I preferred a non-DMHA version of a product over the OG DMHA version. That's how good the limited edition Hybrid was. If you guys haven't tried it out, definitely pick yourself up one of those limited edition tubs because they freaking slap. They also had the Zombie Sleep Aid, which is one of my favorite daily driver type of sleep aids. Really, really like that one. And from what I hear, they also have a good fat burner as well as a test booster, a natty test booster. Haven't gotten to try those yet, but maybe I will in 2025. We shall see. But regardless, Kilo Labs, great company, and under the circumstances, they did such a great job rebranding and bringing themselves back to the spotlight, so that earns them the number 7 spot right here on the list. At number 6, we got a company that doesn't have that many products, but all the products came back this year, and they really left their mark on the industry. And the company I'm talking about, of course, is Vices and Vibes. They started off early in the year with their Smack V2 reformulated pre-workout, and I never had Smack V1, heard good things about it, but Smack V2 is absolutely incredible. Great euphoria, mood elevation, clean energy, and a lower caffeine content to really let the other stimulants shine. They then went ahead and collaborated with my good friend, Garage Gym homie, my brother from another mother, and released the Tweak pre-workout, which gets you all tweaked out. No pun intended. That one's freaking crazy. Insane alpha yo hitter with thermogenic properties. Freaking love the Tweak pre-workout. They also reformulated their Crash Sleep Aid. They removed the phenibut, but in my opinion, I like V2 even more than V1. I can use it at 1 scoop, giving me 40 servings for the tub. It hits every time. It tastes pretty good too as far as sleep aids go, and it is a really, really enjoyable experience. And lastly, guys, they had their Speed Nootropic, which is a stim junkie type of nootropic, really versatile kind of product, and can be used in multiple ways at various dosages. So I got to give them the spot at number 6 to my good friends over at Vices and Vibes. At number 5, we got the legendary huge supplements taking the spot, because these guys really did a lot this year. And in general, they're a company that's done a lot for many years. They've been around the block for a while, and they've reformulated their main products quite a few times. They just reformulated their flagship Rect pre-workout. They removed the glycerol powder as well as the Araya Genesis. I reviewed the new version. You guys could check it out. I still prefer the old version. That's just me, guys. But the new version freaking slapped. Objectively speaking, loaded to the gills. And you can't go wrong with that new Rect pre-workout. They also had the Rect Core, which was a budget-friendly option. Also reviewed that one for the channel. They had the Rect Inferno, which really provided a thermogenic kick in the ass for you guys that are trying to shred up for the summer. Really, really good thermogenic kind of pre-workout. Of course, they still do have the Rect Enraged available. If you guys do miss the Araya Genesis, you can get their High Stim Rect Enraged. That still gives you the original formula with the Araya in there, as well as all the other stimulants. So that one's really good. They got their iconic Pump Serum, which is their amazing non-stim pre-workout with no caffeine and no other stimulants, but crazy, crazy pump and nootropic ingredients. Love that one. And they also have their Magnify pump capsules, which are actually my favorite pump capsules on the market currently. And lastly, they released their Formula 12, which is a crazy loaded intro workout. And they also do have their ecdysterone and sapogenics, which I did run a 2-month cycle of. I documented the cycle. You guys can watch that video on my playlist. And they have a whole bunch of other miscellaneous supplements, vitamins, creatine, and a whole bunch of other stuff. They just released their unflavored liquid glycerol, which I really, really like. Really amazing. One of my favorite liquid glycerols because it doesn't have that nasty taste that I really hate. So you guys can't go wrong with Huge Supplements. Incredible company, and they've been around the block. You could trust them. They're reliable. They're high quality, and they come in at number 5 right here on the list. At number 4, we got Anarchy Labs making their triumphant return. They were around since 2016, and they ended up merging with Apollon Nutrition. Same formulator, by the way. My good friend Robik, shouts out to Robik, who creates some of the best products on the planet. But Anarchy Labs came back with a vengeance. They essentially moved all the hardcore supplements from Apollon Nutrition to Anarchy Labs, and they launched the brand with 5 products, which was pretty crazy for a relaunch. They had the Ronin High Stim pre-workout, which was one of my favorite pre-workouts of 2024. The Katana High Stim Fat Burner, as well as the Shogun Fat Burner. They moved over the Overtime Nootropic there as well, which got my favorite nootropic of 2024. Freaking incredible and versatile product. And they also had their Senshi non-stim pump formula. And they actually had the Hard Target natural test booster, which I haven't gotten to try yet. Maybe I will in the future. We shall see. Might run a cycle of it. Maybe we'll see about that. But that was a crazy lineup, guys. And that was literally all available at launch. So they really made a big wave. And then they came back later and they brought back the Mad World pre-workout, which was originally under the Apollon Nutrition umbrella. They brought it under Anarchy Labs, but this time with a fully transparent label, and that thing is freaking crazy. Also reviewed that one. You guys can see that on the channel as well. And lastly, they released their Jawan pre-workout, which is their take on a budget-friendly type of product. Some people refer to it as Assassin Light or Assassin Junior, but it's got a lot of stims in there, gives you great energy, somewhere between aggressive and happy, but very, very solid. Great pumps as well. And for $45, you're not going to get anything better. And I would have Anarchy Labs higher on the list, but because they came in so late in the year, they didn't really get to release as many products as I'm sure they would have wanted to. But 2025 is looking really great. And if I know Robik, I know he's got a lot of things planned for Anarchy Labs. So be on the lookout for them, guys, in 2025. But for the time being, they do take the number 4 spot right here on High Stim Ace's list. All right, guys, we're officially up to the top 3. And coming in at number 3, we have Dark Labs, my good friends from Poland. And as you can see, I have my notepad here because these lists are about to get pretty big. And I really can't remember all this off the top of my head. So I'm going to use this as an assistant for the first time ever. We had Crack the OG coming in, replacing the OG DMAA formula and really taking it over. But I initially was kind of salty on it. I was kind of bitter because they removed the DMAA, and I was immature, if I'm being honest. That one has grown to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Dark Labs products. It's definitely in my top 3. Freaking crazy boundless energy on that one. A buzz that just lingers for hours post-workout, and it just smacks each and every time, even at half a dose. So that one's freaking crazy. You got the Crack Daily. They brought back the Gold and the Barbarian for another run, which I think they're both now already sold out. But from what I hear, Gold is going to be making yet another return, so stay tuned, guys. Subscribe, by the way, on Instagram, or rather give me a follow on Instagram at High Stim Ace, because anytime a product comes back, or anytime there's a new drop, or any new information comes comes out, you best believe that High Stim Ace is going to let you know. So definitely give me a follow there at High Stim Ace on Instagram. But going back to Dark Labs, they released Maniaco, yet another collaboration with my good friend Garage Gym Homie. Freaking love that pre-workout. Super, super clean. Only, I think it was 7 ingredients if I'm not mistaken, but absolutely smacked. They also had the Maniaco Pump, which I loved. Reviewed that one too. A nice nootropic pump kind of hybrid. Really, really solid. They brought back Flame V3 with an updated formula as well as Crack Primal. They tweaked those a little bit, made them a little bit more potent, so they freaking smacked. You had the Hero Lean V2, and then they had the Dark Labs Light series, which basically consisted of a couple of single standalone ingredients. You had the L-citrulline, the beta-alanine, and the creatine, and then you also had the W-himbine, the L-dopa, the TUDCA, and the Alpha GBC. They also did release the Raptor Test Booster, the Devil Test, and lastly, they had their Alpha Creatine, which was a interesting kind of creatine that had the gorilla on it, looking like the Titan from Attack on Titan. That one was freaking crazy. Didn't get to try it, but it looks interesting. I might give it a go in 2025. It was a creatine infused with some peptide or something. I don't really know much about peptides, but it looked interesting. It looked like there was potential there, so I might pick that one up. But Dark Labs definitely earns its number 3 spot here on the list, and hopefully we're going to see some things in 2025 from my good friends over in Poland. At the number 2 spot, we got perhaps one of the most underrated and slept on companies of 2024. And it's a freaking crime that so many people sleep on this company, but I'm here to give them the recognition they deserve. At the number 2 spot, we have Extremist Cartel. Yeah, guys, the creators of El Jefe as well as El Jefe Guerilla, 2 of my favorite pre-workouts of 2024. You got the crazy high stim hitter with the El Jefe, and the Guerilla came in at number 2 for my top 15 medium stim pre-workouts of 2024. What a freaking hitter that was. They also released their Magical Nootropic, which I absolutely loved. You have their Sicario loaded non-stim pre-workout, came in at the number 2 spot, by the way, on my non-stim lists. You have their Sicario Swole Liquid Glycerol, which is a freaking slapper. They released their Sueño Sleep Aid, one of my favorite sleep aids of the year. I think that one actually came in at number 2 as well. You also had the Demonio Fat Burner, which I did forget to include on my top fat burners list, by the way. I actually meant to include it in there, completely forgot about it. It happens, guys. When you're dealing with so many supplements and your whole house is essentially a warehouse, you forget sometimes. But Demonio, crazy mood elevating type of fat burner that really puts you in a good bubble, and I freaking love that one. And lastly, guys, they did release their ISO Cartel isolate proteins, and they had some really good flavors. They had their peanut butter candy flavor being my favorite, as well as the s'mores, and they also did release the cinnamon toast, which I haven't tried yet. Maybe they'll send a tub my way for review. We shall see. But they also had the vanilla and chocolate flavor, had the chocolate, did not try the vanilla. Overall, solid experience, and good people over at Extremist Cartel. Great products, great lineup. By the way, they also have their standalone Araya Plus, as well as the Uncut Alpha Yo. Almost forgot to mention that, guys. So if you ever want your Alpha Yo or Araya Genesis to stack on your daily drivers, go to Extremist Cartel because they're affordable. You get a lot of servings, and it's really good quality. So at number 2, and rightfully earned, Extremist Cartel. All right, guys, I'm about to unveil the number 1 supplement brand of 2024. And if you guys watched any of my videos, my 8 videos that are now out for the top list of 2024, this one here will come as no surprise to you guys, because this company has taken the number 1 spot in literally, I think, almost every single video. So if you guys have kept up to date with this series, this should be no surprise to you. At the number 1 spot, we have Apollon Nutrition. Yeah, guys, Apollon Nutrition takes the crown yet again for 2024 because they have such a vast array and such a massive lineup of various different products to suit different goals and fitness needs across the spectrum. I literally have to take my pad out again for this one because I had to write everything down. And even with the entire thing I have written on here, I'm sure I missed a couple of stuff. But starting off with their proteins, guys, they got the best proteins by far. No protein comes close to Apollon Nutrition. I gave both Formula X and Isoblast the number 1 and the number 2 spots. Their flavors are freaking incredible. Nothing even comes close. Guys, salted peanut, ridiculous. Sufganiyot raspberry jelly donut, out of this world, innovative, unique, and crazy. Blackberry cheesecake, cookies and cream, pistachio ice cream, the list goes on and on. They have the most delicious proteins by far. Peanut butter cookie, guys, there's no comparison even. They're freaking amazing. Not to mention the quality is top tier. You have also their excellent proteins, which they just relaunched. I'm about to try that really soon. You got their vegan protein also, which is by far the best vegan protein I ever had. Not a fan of vegan proteins whatsoever, but this one actually tastes pretty good. So whatever they did worked for them, because this one was on a different level. You had their Desperado pre-workout, which took the #1 spot in my top 10 daily drivers of 2024. You got their Hooligan pre-workout, which is going to take a big spot on my upcoming video. You got the F Mediocre, which took the #1 spot in my previous video, the top 15 medium stim pre-workouts of 2024. You got the Molotov V3, the reformulated non-stim fat burner, took the #1 spot on my fat burners list for 2024. And you also have your Chaos Fat Burner, which I will be reviewing soon. Furiosa, which was a pre-workout in capsule format. Freaking crazy. That one was nuts. Enigma, the best intro workout on the market, bar none. And you have their new Hydrate also, which is freaking incredible. You have the Hot Rice. You have their Sharp Nootropic Coffee, the Apollon Nutrition Greens, and the entire health line, which is ran by Dr. Marina, which is freaking incredible. You got their Bare Knuckle non-stim pre-workout, which by the way took the #1 spot on the non-stim list. You got their Blood Sport pump formula, which is crazy, as well as the Bloody Hell capsules. And I think that is the main list of things that they have available, but there's so many others that I'm probably forgetting. And this is just off the top of my head what I remembered. Guys, Apollon Nutrition has become a monster, and I mean that in the best way possible. They've branched out from their humble beginnings over at the Apollon Gym, just selling some supplements to local gym bros and to Apollon Gym members, and they've freaking gone worldwide. They have distributions in Europe and in Mexico right now, and probably Mars next if Elon Musk gets us there, because Apollon Nutrition is expanding and growing by the day, and there is no signs of slowing down. So coming in at the #1 spot, and rightfully deserved, the kings of 2024, Apollon Nutrition. And that's it, guys. That is my list. That is the top 7 brands of 2024. Congratulations to everybody, especially Apollon Nutrition, because they really raised the bar and they continue doing so. Can't wait to see what 2025 has in store, because from what I hear, there's a lot of crazy stuff on the horizon. So I can't wait to see what Apollon Nutrition's up to. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to show your support. Like the video, comment below, share the video, subscribe to the channel, guys, to show your support to High Stim Ace. And definitely don't miss the video that will be dropping on New Year's Eve, because that is going to be the final video here on the list, and you guys are not going to want to miss this one. It's going to go a little bit long, but you know that's how we do it here on the channel, guys. I don't skip out on content. I give you the best damn content on YouTube, because you guys deserve the very best. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.